Okay, we're here today to have a look at some Vietnamese pork rolls, or Saigon rolls as they're sometimes called. For those of you that haven't seen them, we're about to have a look at them in just a moment. You take a fresh bread roll from a French or Vietnamese bakery. You put egg butter, which is as it sounds, egg and butter, down one side. You put pate down the other side. Now the pate is chicken liver, pork fat and black pepper. Then you take some julienne carrots that you've pickled, pickle in vinegar and sugar to make a sort of sweet and sour flavoured carrot. Some places put tomato on, some places don't. Shallot, cucumber, coriander, and of course the most important thing, lots of chilli. There's also, of course, 3 types of pork. People sometimes struggle with 3 types of pork. How can 3 colours of meat come from one animal? It's one of those mysteries of the universe you need to leave alone, okay? Because you don't want to mess with that stuff. You just need to enjoy it. So what we're going to do in a minute is we're going to open up the pork rolls, show you what's inside them, and then we're going to taste them. We've got pork rolls from 2 different shops. We're going to evaluate them, work out which one is the best shop to go to in the future. Okay, so we're going to have a bit of an examination of the pork roll. Now these have come from Hornsby. On this side, of course, what you can see is the pate down here. This is coriander stem. This is the pickled carrot we were talking about. This shop chooses to put lettuce on the pork rolls. Personally, I think lettuce has no place on a pork roll, but you know, I'll get over that. That is meant to be coriander. It's a bit funny looking. Over here we've got the cucumber. These are done in ribbons, which is fine. Then you've got the white pork, the pink pork, and the roast pork. And underneath that, you see that white stuff. That's egg butter. So that's it there. All right. So I'll close this fellow up. The other thing that they put on them is in the supermarket, you'll see something called, in the soy sauce section, you'll see something called Maggi seasoning. Now it's not soy sauce though; it contains soy sauce. If you get the good one from the Asian supermarkets, it actually contains MSG as well, which is pretty good. All right, here goes. One of the things we'll be experiencing is the bread won't be as crisp because they've been purchased 5, 6, 7 hours ago.
Yeah.
The other thing I've noticed with these is that the way that they've done the carrot, they've shredded the carrot as opposed to julienne. If they julienne the carrot as opposed to shredding the carrot, would have a lot more texture, a lot more crunch.
Yep.
Because it's been shredded, it's been pulped a little bit. So the flavours, it is. Flavour's very good though, especially the pate, and the I can taste the egg butter as well. It gives it that nice creamy richness. What do you reckon?
I don't have to agree. The meat's very nice. There's a good helping of chili, but I'd certainly have asked for more. But this is the default configuration for this particular Vietnamese roll from this shop. So yeah, it's not bad off the bat.
Do you want to explain the default configuration approach?
Yeah, I can. Usually, for the Western palate, they tend to back off on the chili. So unless you actually tell them you want more of something, you're probably not going to get it. So that's essentially what it comes down to.
Once we've worked out who's got the best default pork roll,
Correct.
then we can go and talk to them about enhancements.
Absolute
pork roll.
Yes.
Okay, so we've just had a go at the pork roll number 1. What we've got here is pork roll number 2 from different shop. As you can see, slightly different type of roast pork. A lot more coriander, which I'm happy about because I love coriander. They've done the same thing with the pickled carrot. They've actually shredded it as well, which has made it quite bruised. Interestingly, what you can see here is the seasoning that they put on. The often that you'll see like a pepper and salt shaker in there that's got some seasoning in it. Get that. It's not just pepper and salt. Sometimes there's other things in it too. Good things, don't worry. And you can see this little bit of soy sauce here. That's that seasoning I was talking about before. Interestingly, on this one, I can't see Oh, what's down here? It looks like butter there, but no egg butter. All right. Well, you got any other observations on that one?
No. Basically, the bun, the density of the bun is also a bit different. So you can see here, the fillings have actually changed the actual shape of the bun, whereas in the other one, it was still fairly flat and intact inside, and you can see that the hinge cut was still fairly intact. So that's my only other observation there.
And I just found a piece of tomato. These fellows have tomato as opposed to no tomato.
So it does appear that some stores have personal flair added to their
Personal
Vietnamese.
pork roll.
That's right.
Yeah, all right, well, let's give this a go. I think it'd be safe to say, Lloyd, that pork roll 2 lacks the mouthfeel and the richness of pork roll 1, which is probably owing to the butter.
Yes, you're missing that smooth texture and the egginess, for want of a better term.
Well, lipids carry taste well, don't they? The other thing I just noticed is that pork roll 2 is sans chili, which is, if you love chili, it's a bit of a problem.
Yes.
But I mean, overall, I'd rather be. Hang on.
I've got a little bit here. So
that's the entire chili allocation.
So that's the treasure trove of chili in this particular vendor's Vietnamese roll, which, in my opinion, is sorely lacking.
Oh, hang on, I've got a treasure trove too.
Oh, okay.
It surely is a treasure because you've got to dig for it.
So it's all clumped in one area, which certainly doesn't bode well for evenness of taste and texture throughout the roll.
No. So at this stage, I'd say that pork roll 1 in this event was our winner.
I'd agree with that, 100%.
And I can say that there are some slight differences wherever you go. Like you can get pork rolls all around Melbourne. Mm-hmm. I had a pork roll in Canberra, a pork roll of 5 in Canberra last weekend, and that was one of the best ones I've ever had. And the ones at Blacktown are also around the station there. Mm-hmm. A good product. There's 2 places in the city in George Street that I'm aware of. One's a Vietnamese restaurant that serves a lot of pho, and they have a pork roll counter, and there's a 24-hour convenience store that has a pork roll counter as well.
Also, if you're in Melbourne, Springvale is also a very good spot for pork rolls, despite the salmonella scare in the 90s, but I'm sure that's long gone now. So.
All right, we'll finish these off and enjoy them. Thank you for watching.